Cameras are live.
Hi, good morning and welcome to the Village of East Hampton Zoning Board of Appeals meeting for Friday, September 12th. Can I have a roll call, please?
Yes. Mr. McGurk?
Here.
Mr. McMullen?
Here.
Mr. Rose?
Here.
Mr. Barris?
Here.
Ms. Fitzsimons? Here. Mr. Carmelli?
Here.
Mr. Darko?
Here. We have the minutes of August 8th, 2025. May I have a motion? Second, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have two determinations today, and the entire files are available at Village Hall. The application of Martin and Lori Scheinman, 189 Further Lane, Suffolk County Tax Map number 301-5-2-9.6, and David and Deborah Roberts, 74 Cross Highway, Suffolk County Tax Map number 301-5-2-9.4. for a variance to adjust lot lines and transfer land area from Lot 1 to Lot 2 is granted. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second, please.
Second.
Abby, can you poll the board?
Mr. McGurk?
Yes.
Mr. McMullen?
Yes.
Mr. Rose?
Yes.
Mr. Barris?
Yes.
Ms. Fitzsimons? Yes.
The application of House on the Pond LLC, 10 Lockwood Lane, Suffolk County Tax Map number 301-13-10-15 for area variances and a wetland permit to legalize accessory improvements and grading activities is denied. With respect to legalizing existing rock retaining walls, pool fence, and fill grading work is granted with conditions with respect to the request variances and wetlands permit for the swimming pool and drainage structures. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Abby, can you poll the board?
Mr. McGurk?
Yes.
Mr. McMullen?
Yes.
Mr. Rose?
Yes.
Mr. Barris?
Yes.
Ms. Fitzsimons? Yes.
Okay, we have two extension of time requests. We have Lily Lane, LP 29 Lily Pond Lane. Does anybody have any suggestions on this, or?
I believe we can grant this, but maybe do a 2-year extension to continue and to coincide with the CHA permit.
And Billy, anybody else on the board have any problems with this?
No.
Billy,
To
any?
make it I agree with the vice
Yeah.
chairs.
Okay, so I think you're good, Billy, thank you. So motion
So moved.
second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
And we have Mark K. Webb, Revocable Trust, 123 Egypt Lane. I believe this is, I don't know, I think we'll give him a 1-year extension. I think he's asked a few times for extension on this, but,
You have 1 year.
okay. We'll give him another year. Does anybody have a problem with that?
No, is this going to be the last one?
Yeah, I would say this would be the last extension.
I have no problem with the 1 year.
Any board members? Okay. So we'll make a motion.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
We have two adjournments today, Martin and Lori Scheinman, 189 Further Lane, and 55 LaForest LLC, 55 LaForest Lane. And we have continue hearing for 26 West End Road LLC, 26 West End Road. Billy, you want to just make, oh, go ahead, please. Please, no, the applicant's here, I didn't know the applicant was here.
One reviews on the case.
And who's sitting on this, please?
Oh, yeah.
Gabby?
So for 26 West End Road, we have Mr. McGurk, Mr. McMullen, Mr. Barris, Ms. Fitzsimons, and Mr. Carmelli.
Thank you.
I don't know how much the board needs its recollection refreshed, but I'm Joan McGivern from Toomey Latham, appearing for Jackie Hubbard, who just left on maternity leave. We had previously submitted an amended buffer report on August 1st, and on August, also describing the cutting and maintenance of the existing Phragmites and subsequent planting of native species. I have Neve Schloss here from Grimes Landscaping, if you have any questions about that planting plan and removal plan. And on August 13th, we submitted our DEC Tidal Wetlands permit.
Okay, thank you, Joan. Can I just have Billy come up?
Yeah.
You have any comments, Billy, on this?
Good morning, Chairman, members of the board. Billy Hajak for the village. The plan was augmented pursuant to the request and the discussion that was had at the original hearing. I think it's an appropriate revegetation plan. My one recommendation would be to specifically require the revegetation be installed within 1 year of the cutting, the first cutting, because this is going to be a repeated cutting regimen. And I think it'd be appropriate that at least after 1 year that the revegetation, particularly the buffer area, because we're revegetating the area of the Phragmites, but also the buffer. So it's more important that the buffer be installed as the cutting is concluded or ongoing or after it's concluded. So I would say at least a minimum of 1 year that the buffer should be installed.
Thank you, Billy. Any board members have any comments?
This kind of, I do a lot of landscaping planning on different projects. There's a maintenance issue, and if you want to make sure that this takes hold, it's not like putting in a wall and saying, okay, the wall's completed and it's done. Usually takes a year until this populates. You always have some amount of loss inevitably when any planting, and I would recommend a 1 year follow-up just to take a look and see that the intent has been met.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Carmelli.
I'd just like to say thank you to the applicant, to listening to us and Billy, and I appreciate this coming back this way.
Okay, so anybody in the audience have any comments? Motion to close the hearing?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
We have Hook Pond Lane, LLC, 16 Hook Pond Lane. There's nobody, I don't think there's anybody here for this application, and we've heard the application. So motion to close the hearing?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So we have new hearings of the day. Gabby, please.
Application of Stanley DeJong Osborne and Virginia Osborne, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 301-3-8-4 for area variances from Chapter 278 zoning to construct a detached garage and a cellar entry within the required side and rear yard setbacks. Variances of 5.7 feet and 2 variances of 8.8 feet each are requested from Section 278-3A-5B to construct a detached garage 9.3 feet from a side yard lot line to construct the detached garage and cellar entry 6.2 feet from a rear yard lot line where the required side and rear yard setbacks are 15 feet. Subject property is 24,369 square feet in area and is located at 27 Hunting Lane in Residence District R40 in the Hunting Lane Historic District. This project is classified as a type 2 action in accordance with SECRA and requires review by the Village Design Review Board.
Can you please say who's sitting on this so we
So we have Mr. McGurk, Mr. Barris, Ms. Fitzsimons, Mr. Carmelli, and Mr. Darko.
Morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, John Tarbett for the applicant. I was here once before and the board asked that we, or expressed an opinion that the garage would be better suited to the Hunting Lane Historic District by sliding it further back on the property. So this is what you have before you today is the response to that, which is where we did slide it back. To refresh your memory, there is a garage there now. It's in the Hunting Lane Historic District. There are 16 properties in that district. 12 of them have garages very similar to this. Actually, most of them are significantly larger than this. This particular garage was approved in 2001. It went through DRB and the zoning board. Bob Hefner, the village historian at the time, had supported the existing garage. The new garage is 4 feet lower, but it's about 10 feet longer. Its width facing the street, the portion of the building that you'll see from the public is the exact same width as what's there now. They just want to extend it 10 feet longer in order to fit 2 cars inside it. They have received letters of support from, if you're facing the house, Hollis Forbes to the left, Sam Rosenblatt to the right, Tom Strong across the street, and Ostrow behind them. All of those neighbors have expressed support for the application. Again, it's the new garage would be 4 feet lower than the existing garage, the same width. It's just a little longer to accommodate 2 cars where 1 now fits in it.
Thank you. Board members, any comments? Okay, can I just ask Billy one question? Billy, on this one, thank you, Jonathan. We originally said no plumbing on the original application in 2000, I think 2001. But there has to be plumbing. I think we're putting the pool equipment in the,
So the original, yeah, when the board granted the variances for the garage that presently exists, the resolution or determination was conditioned on not having plumbing within the building. This project proposes just a slop sink. However, it has a sewer line and a water line from the house to the building.
what's the sewer line for? Do we have any idea?
I mean, I would assume it's for the slop, for a slop sink, but it's technically it would be plumbing inside the building, and that deviates from the original determination. So I'm just pointing that out to the board. I don't know if it's a condition that you want to impose continuously on this.
I'm going to ask you, and then I'll go back to Jonathan, but can we condition this on can we say no bathrooms and no, we want to keep this a garage?
Yeah, I mean, and there hasn't been a request for release from that prior condition.
Well, I mean, the plans show a plumbing in the building, so they are requesting plumbing in the building. It's right now it's limited to a slop sink, but given that it's there's a sewer line and a water line,
That could be a condition, yes.
yeah.
Okay. I'll come back to you, Jonathan. Is that something you guys would be?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's our fault. Originally, they had wanted to make this a garage with a pool house, and while the pool house was abandoned, the plans never reflected that. So there's still a septic system shown. There's no intention to make it a pool house, and we're happy to condition. Of course, we would like to put the pool equipment in the basement because it's quieter for everybody. So to the extent that that requires plumbing, they would like a slop sink in the garage, but it's something we, in order to get the approval, we would live without that.
I think we want no plumbing in the sense of sinks, and obviously for the pool equipment, you're going to need water. So, okay. Any board members have any other comments? Anybody in the audience? Okay, motion to close the hearing. Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the last hearing of the day.
Application of Michael Braverman, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 301-4-7-40.2 for an area variance from Chapter 278 zoning to construct an accessory dwelling unit. A 965 square foot variance is requested from Section 278 2B7E to permit the construction of an accessory dwelling unit on a parcel of land containing 59,035 square feet of lot area when the minimum lot area required to construct an accessory dwelling unit is 60,000 square feet. The subject property is 59,035 square feet in area, is located at 124 Pantico Road, and is situated in residence districts R20 and R80. This project is classified as a type 2 action in accordance with SECRA.
Thank you, and please.
And then sitting today, we have Mr. McGurk, Mr. McMullen, Mr. Rose, Mr. Barris, and Ms. Fitzsimons.
Thank you. Is the applicant present?
Morning, Mr. Chairman and board members. I'm Jeff Bragman for Michael Braverman and his property at 124 Panago Road. We're before you to try to get an accessory dwelling unit, and we largely comply with the requirements. That is all the use requirements, the number of bedrooms, the square footage requirements for the building itself. What we lack is a small amount of lot area, and we're seeking a variance to permit us to build despite the lack of 976 square feet. I brought in a map that for the board's reference. We've numbered 29 lots in the neighborhood, and we've listed on a legend as a second page the square footage of all those lots in case there's any question about the size of surrounding related lots. So I'm going to hand this in.
Thank you.
In addition, we've tried to locate it in a position where it's buffered by vegetation. There's a property to I think it's the north, if I'm reading this correctly, and I brought in a copy of the survey and an aerial photograph. It's the most recent aerial we could get, showing the location of 124, giving you a visual.
Thank you.
What I wanted to address in the main about the application is that this is an unusual lot in the neighborhood. He is the largest lot in the neighborhood and therefore would need the smallest amount of relief to build an accessory dwelling unit. There are a number of lots in that area that are much larger or conforming, and we've highlighted them in green, so they're not particularly relevant. But I thought that the board might be interested in looking at the surrounding 29 lots by size. So we prepared a chart that highlights the Braverman property, which has 59,023 square feet. And we've listed all the other lots beneath it in descending order by size to show that the Braverman lot is quite unusual as it's really within a sliver of meeting the 60,000 square feet. And as you move down the list, even the next largest lot beneath the Braverman lot would require much more significant relief. The 900 plus square footage amounts to about 1.64% of the 60,000 square foot requirement. So it's very, very minimal. Lawyers use a fancy word. It's de minimis. It just means it's a very small variance that we're asking. So I'm going to hand in this exhibit, which lists the lot in descending order of size.
That's what the actual percentage is?
Yeah, I didn't, of the variance that we want? If my math is right, and you can check it, it's 1.64%. I dropped the 4. It's a very tiny variance. And all the other lots you can see from the chart require much more significant square footage if they were to ask for variance. So we don't think there's a strong possibility of you creating copycat applications or setting a dangerous precedent here. So I wanted to just quickly go through the five requirements for issuance of the variance, whether an undesirable change will be produced in the character of the neighborhood. We don't think it will. It's designed in a location that's we intend to be unobtrusive, and there's such a small difference between the requirement and what we have. It's not at a variance with full development in compliance with the zoning code. We obviously can't achieve the benefit in any other way. He lacks 900 plus square feet, and we can't have an ADU without it. I might add that Michael's a man of a certain age and sort of fits the reasoning behind the enactment of the statute. It's possible that he might want a relative living there, a caretaker, or he might want to age out into the property. He's certainly not going to use it as a rental property. Anyone that's seen the property would know that that's not his intention. It's not a substantial variance, and I can't see, I would suggest that it doesn't have an adverse impact on the physical or environmental conditions. And while actually the ADU law wasn't in effect when he bought the property, so it's not, you can't even vaguely argue that it's a self-created difficulty. So this is the minimum variance required. I hope it's non-controversial and unobtrusive, and I would ask you to consider approving it.
Thank you. Board members, any comments? Mr. Rose?
I'm just, as having raised in the past precedential issues, I think this is a de minimis variance being sought and makes a lot of sense.
Thank you. And Billy, you had a comment. There's not too many. Can you come up here for a second? You had made a comment when we were talking about.
Good morning, members of the board. Billy Hajak. I don't know if I heard it correctly, the magnitude of the variance, it's in a percentage-wise, it's 1.6%. My math is correct. So whether that's de minimis or not, I believe that's to the board to decide. In terms of there is a precedential value here, and I would say that it goes beyond the 20 or 30 homes in the immediate area. I mean, this is a village-wide regulation, and there are lots of properties in the village. I don't know offhand the number, but I'm sure there's quite a few that are going to be threading the needle. So, you can sure bet that, this is going to be used for precedent when that time comes, if it's approved. The one unique element here is that, in my experience, properties of this size generally get developed or redeveloped to the maximum amount of gross floor area that's permitted by zoning. So the fact that this property has a house that's, I would say, well undersized and has the extra gross floor area that's available for an accessory dwelling unit might make it somewhat unique in that regard. That might rule out, but this is speculation, but that could rule out a number of other properties that are in this size range. But that's just, my own.
Thank you, and that's kind of what I was looking for. So thank you. Any board members, any more comments?
I just follow up on that. I share the concern about precedents, leave aside what the threshold should be once it's established. It's something we should abide by, but I think, and I didn't explicitly reference it, but the point Billy made about the use of the existing floor area and what I think is a relatively minor or absolutely minor degree of variance is extremely relevant for the consideration, because I think whatever the regulations set as the threshold is something we have to be very cognizant of and respectful of. So, but within the context of that, I think this is an appropriate application.
Thank you, Mr. Rose. Any members in the audience have anything to say? Okay, motion to close the hearing?
So
Second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to close the meeting?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?